I went and I visited him, and when he came up, he drove up the driveway. I was already there. He drove up the driveway and he got out and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "You did good, kid." Well, I invited myself to his place. Yeah, that's the truth.
That's a great honest answer.
It was, yeah.
Hugh and Kate, welcome to Heart's Evening Show. How are you both? Are you well?
We are
Great,
good.
Dev.
Very excited to talk about Song Sung Blue. Loads of questions for you. One of the things I just couldn't shake throughout the whole film is, look, it's easy for actors to remember lines, remember their places. Getting chemistry right on screen isn't always easy. There's tons of it in this film. Kate, was getting good chemistry with Hugh something you were worried about before going into this?
Brutal. Just like climbing.
I was like, oh.
climbing
Maybe
my
worried
ladder.
is the wrong
That
word. Concerned.
This
With
is
a
going to be
tricycle.
awful. Tricycle. What it was for me really was that this script was so beautiful. If we don't work as a couple, this movie doesn't work. And that was, to me, the most important thing, to feel connected to Hugh as a person, not us as characters, to actually feel like we have a closeness and like that it's a very actory thing, but the safe, feel safe and trust, and all the things you need to go there when you're...
But Kate's amazing because one of the first things she said when she came up to me was, "If you just do what I say, this is going to be great." And
Easy enough.
turns out, love being told what to do. And it just worked. Yeah, and she spoke to me.
I'm
between
glad you
action
finally
and cut.
said. I'm
Between
glad-
action and cut, she spoke to me, and that was it. And so it just, we limited the time together to the bare minimum. And no, it made, honestly, it wasn't work. It just felt easy.
Yeah.
We turned to each other at one point. We were actually doing press. She went, "That was easy, wasn't it?" I went,
Wow.
"Yeah, it was easy. Thank God. Thank God." I guess sometimes you do have to work at it.
And even like the translation of it, sometimes you don't really know. The camera does funny things, Some people are really brilliant actors, but they don't necessarily translate on a film camera,
Right.
And the same thing with chemistry. Sometimes you just don't know if the camera is going to capture the actual connection.
Well, it's one thing, acting in front of each other. What was that moment like singing in front of each other for the first time? Was that more nerve-wracking?
That's a great question. I was nervous. I'd sung before, but I'm a more comfortable live on stage singer than a recording studio. But we went to the recording studio first, and Kate is very, like it's your happy place, right? And you
Yeah, but
came
I
in.
was still nervous.
You did not look nervous at all.
Well,
I told you, I said, "I'm really nervous."
Yeah, you did.
And you said, "Me too." I didn't believe you, but it's like speed dating if you think about it. You
It
really
really-
get to know someone really well.
Have you
It's-
ever speed dated?
Never.
Neither
Is
have
that
I.
still a thing? I feel
You're
like it was all
great
the
at
rage in like the early 2000s.
I would be
You
so
would
good
nail
at speed
it.
dating.
Yeah. The problem for you
Wait,
is
I missed my calling.
everyone would want your number, and you would say
I'd be like,
none
"Meh."
of them. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I had a great time. I'm fulfilled.
How does it even work?
did.
Well, you sit down for like 90 seconds with like loads of people, and then the time's up, you move on to the next one. That's a terrible way to meet
and then
people.
you're like, I liked that one.
Yeah.
I liked number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think that meeting in the recording studio and really that was the big icebreaker for us. It was like trying to find, and then who knows how your voices are going to sound together, and so it was really nice that we felt like, oh, we sound good, and it's it had a good feeling when we were in the studio.
I love that. You have mentioned it before. It's obviously based on a true story. And Hugh, for example, Mike, it's not a character that you're playing. This is a real person who has friends and family that love him very much. How different is that approach to, say, a fictional character? Like, how do you get in tune with Mike?
Well, first of all, it ramps up the pressure, and also my love for doing it. Like, because I won't sign on to something unless I know I can fall in love with that character. I think as an actor you have to. So, and I love this story so much, and I felt so much for Mike.
I'm remembering what someone said to me after they saw the movie as you're talking. And this woman, she goes, now that's a real man. His like strength and desire to keep everything together. That was her takeaway from the movie. It's like, I loved that.
Need some of that. The film is obviously a huge nod and love letter to Mike and Claire, but also, obviously, the legendary singer Neil Diamond. Hugh, I heard a little whisper, Neil personally gave you his approval and you got to hang out with him a little bit.
Yeah. So there's 13 of his songs in it. we were so honoured that he gave us the rights to his catalogue, which he does very, very rarely. And he rang me, and he was teary. He was crying with his wife Katie, and they were just absolutely loved it. Neil's obviously knew about the story. He knew about Mike and Claire. There's lots of photos of Claire backstage with Neil, and that's in the documentary. And he just, when I went to, I invited myself to his place. Yeah, that's the truth.
That's a great honest answer.
It was, Aussies do that. Never. When an Aussie says, yeah, man, can I just stay the night? Absolutely say no.
That means a week, does it? Right.
A year.
At least.
Right. A year. But we'll help out.
Yeah, of course.
We're not,
of course.
Lazy.
Laundry.
You're going to love having us.
These are not lazy.
So anyway, but I went and I visited him, and when he came up, he drove up the driveway. I was already there. He drove up the driveway and he got out and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "You did good, kid." And he loved the movie. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He gave
It's
you a big hug,
very
didn't he?
emotional when someone that because we're, playing these people who were his biggest fans. And it's such an interesting and wonderful way to celebrate Neil Diamond than just a typical biopic of his life, which also would be very fascinating. But, it's a wonderful tribute to Neil in that way.
Well, confession, I didn't grow up with Neil Diamond in my house. My mum was more of a Marvin Gaye, Whitney Houston. But after watching this, I went down a Diamond rabbit hole. He's got some absolute bangers in his back catalogue. I'm quite excited about a Neil Diamond renaissance after this comes out.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
And he even said it to me. He was like, I feel so lucky that throughout my career, my songs have always somehow found a different life. And somebody's taken a song and it's created a whole new life for the song, whether it be, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, Pulp Fiction. That song became so... Quentin Tarantino takes that song and it just blew that song back up. Then,
The English football team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like his music has these connections to people that are different than other artists, and so it'll be fun for this film. I hope people go in. He's so prolific. There's so many songs, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch of kids who will discover some really cool music that wouldn't have ever thought they would have heard.
This is also a story, like you've already mentioned, about following a dream, about following a passion. You've both been incredibly successful in yours. But I'm wondering, are there some passion projects that you're working on at the moment? Kate, for example, I know you released an album last year. You mentioned that you're maybe a bit apprehensive about people hearing your music. Are there some passion projects you're currently working on?
Me?
Yeah.
Just another album. Yeah.
Just.
Music is my passion. That's always been my number one thing. It's my happy place, and
More than Christmas garlands.
and Christmas and the Christmas season. But I do love a Christmas song.
Yeah. You've released a Christmas song.
I did. I released one this year. We haven't really been pushing it just yet, but it's out there right now.
I absolutely love that. Well, you've mentioned you're really into the Christmas season. I didn't arrive empty-handed today. Kate, do you have a favourite thing you like to do whilst you're here in the UK? Maybe a place you like to visit, stop by?
I feel like there's a correct answer.
I know there's a correct answer, but I must have said something. But yes, there's always is, but I don't know. Now I feel pressure.
Well, I'll give you a little clue.
Okay.
I hear that you're a big fan of Daunt Books in Marylebone.
Oh my God, yes. My favorite ever. I go there every time I'm here.
Daunt?
I'm so high. I love it. Daunt Bookstore, yes, but the one in Marylebone specifically is my favorite bookstore in the world, mainly because Chris, who is this guy there who is an absolute one of the great readers of all time. He gives me the best recommendations.
Oh.
And yeah, every time I'm here, I just stop in to say hi, and I always buy a book.
Well, I actually stopped off at Daunt Books.
You
on my
did?
way here. I spoke to Chris.
You spoke to Chris?
I said I was coming to see Kate.
Stop it
Would
right
you give
now.
us a couple of recommendations?
Stop it.
Let's see what Chris has picked out for you.
I am so excited.
Oh
my God. This is the best. I'm telling
there's
you.
There's a note.
It's a gift.
That's awesome.
You know what? I'm so excited because I go every year. And when I did Glass Onion, it was around the same time, and I did press, and I went and I said, Chris, I want you to give me a recommendation for every single person in my family. And every book that he recommended for each person, I gave him like kind of this is what they're into.
Oh.
They absolutely loved. He's the best.
Wow.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
well,
I'm so
let's see
excited.
if we can continue the trend.
Okay.
This is what Chris has recommended to you, Kate.
Hugh Jackman autobiography.
Yes. Oh my God,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
so excited.
Now,
I
don't know if you
can't
noticed,
wait.
there's 2 books.
2 books.
It's technically 2 gifts.
Okay, can I tell you something? I already read it. Chris, I read it. I
gift it to someone?
love this book. You need to give this to someone in your life.
What about me?
No, she needs to read it.
Okay.
But
Oh,
here's
I
the
can't
thing,
wait.
you should read it too. But this book is so wonderful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris really knows this stuff, doesn't
I'm
he?
so excited.
Chris.
And you know what? I was going to go, and now I got it. I didn't need, you did this for me. This is actually really meaningful. Thank
Well,
you.
you know, we try to make sure our guests leave happy.
So excited.
I've actually got one more surprise. This one's for you, Hugh. I wanted to take a little trip down memory lane.
Okay.
Does the name Dickie B mean anything to you?
100%. Dickie B from Brooklyn's House.
Well, I've got a little
In
voice note
Uppingham.
off of Dickie B for you.
Dickie
Just wanna
B.
play on that.
Good day, Hugh. This is Dickie B calling you from Uppingham School, remembering your time in Brooklands as a GAMP student and one of my house tutors.
That's right.
Further, your brilliant hosting of our Cadet Force trip to Australia in 1989.
That's right.
I will always remember your inviting me to sing along during your O2 Arena show in 2019. Break a leg with the continuing success of Song Sung Blue.
Dickie B.
Dickie B.
Richard Boston. So I was 18, and I was on a gap year, and I went and lived for 6 months, and I stayed in Brooklyn's house, and he was the housemaster, and I was a reprobate. Like that, like I totally should have been fired many times, and Dickie B was always like, "Oh, he's fine. He's a young lad. Let him be." He's awesome. I love him, and we are friends to this day. That is really cool, Deb.
Legend. It was a pleasure for both of you.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
love this.
Well,
These were the most thoughtful gifts ever. I'm so happy.
Deb, you're winning.
Oh, thank you guys so much, man. I absolutely love the film. It's been a pleasure talking to both of you today. Thanks so much for hanging out.
And you know
Thank
what?
Thank you.
From Kate and I, now that's a man.
Yeah, now that is a man.
you.
This is